Hey guys, long time no see, but trying to make a video for this new Gen 5 Kwikset Smart Key. So these are, behind the camera, deadbolt locks. Now the neat thing about this particular one is it's for an apartment. So you get your manager key hiding up here. Now your warding on this is a little different, so the regular key will not go in there. This is a control key, slides right in there, and she spins. And what it is, it's got a couple of separate gears on the back. So the gears turn your actuator there. It's kind of an interesting little setup. I'm afraid to take one apart. But what we're going to be working with on this guy is the smart decoder. So it's our little camera that we stick down in that hole. Let's see if I can get... So this is position 5. I don't use the little guides on the thing. Now, so if we look at position 5, well, normally we would look at this little card, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one's a little different. But if you look at this, Gen 5 has these extra positions, and that's where you get Gen 5 only card. So 1, 2, and 3 all look exactly the same. 4 here has a little bit of a gap there at the bottom. 5 has a bigger gap. 6 has the cup, and then 7 has the block at the bottom. So you can't use the original card that comes with it. So you just have to put like a question mark down. So I just back it up. So position 5 is a question. Oops, too far. Position 4 is a question mark, so it's going to be a 1, 2, or 3. Position 3 see how you see that cup there? Right there, so it's a 5. And back to number 2. Two is a 1, 2, or 3 question mark. And then we'll back it up here to position 1. It's got that whole cup there, so it's a 5 as well. And if we cheat, whoops, it is, we can pretty much read that, but we're not going to have this if we're using this. So 5 question, 5 question, question. Let's save that battery. Oops, I don't want to take a picture of it. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. So 1, 2, and 3, we have to use this little gadget. As he's got a little flag down here at the bottom. And that's markings for which position. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know how far deep in there you go. What you do is you got to get this inside and catch it on the bottom of that wafer, or that, it's not exactly a wafer, but it's a wafer. I mean, it's a little slide bar doohickey. And then this will pull in and will give you tension. It is tricky, and it's very fine tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Come on. I always start in the back, but going to try to keep it upright. I don't know what's catching on. Like I said, it's a delicate little flag. I'm afraid I don't want to just jam it in there. And there she goes. A little bit more so that that last wafer is mark is. Now if you catch that wafer, where that wafer is, it sticks. So now we got to stick this turner in there. Boy, this is tough behind the camera. Okay. So we're actually, I think, back to position 4, but give this little tension here, turn this wheel, and that stops at 1. You don't want to put too much pressure. I mean, you could force it to go back, but it's going to stop on its own, just very light. So that's a 1. So yeah, I'm in position. By experience here, I know I'm in position 4. Yeah. So I need to get that down in there to position 5. All right, I believe we're on 5 now. See how it stops at number 2? There, see, it stops at number 2. I mean, like I said, you can force it to keep going, but you don't want to. All right, so we got those 2, and we need to, this arrow here is your flag. Once you get that, it catches on those wafers pretty good. And this is why I'm afraid to break it. comes. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3. So 5, 4, 3. That's position 2, which is our other question mark. Come on, there it goes. That's all the way down. Give it some tension, and we're gonna go just tap it, and it's a 1. If we double check. That's the control key. Okay, yeah, so position 2 is a 1. So now we can go to our machine and make a key. And we just gotta get that out of there. Catches on those wafers pretty good. Once you catch it, it's stuck where it wants to be. Come on out of there. Sometimes you get lucky and you won't have any 1, 2, or 3s, but it's still going to be a different look than your old Gen 1 through 4 reader locks. Okay, there we go. And like I said, see that little flag? That little guy is teeny. And it's got a nice little bar here that comes off. And it goes in here. And it's got a nice protective case. But yeah, that's the Gen 5 version. And there's no way to tell your Gen 5 other than putting that camera in there and seeing that your original pictures do not match up with the Gen 5. So even 4 doesn't look like a 4 in Gen 5. 5's, yeah, I guess somewhat similar, and 6 is somewhat similar, but then Gen 5 also has a 7. That'd be a narrow little key. So it is not obviously my best video on this because I just got this tool last week, and I've actually tried it twice before this. But when you're in the wild and you stick your camera in there and you don't see that, you're either going to drill that sucker out or you're going to buy yourself one of these Gen 5 Logitech LT G5 123D, which is 1, 2, or 3 decode. Yeah, see, lightly. So you can get that at AccuReader or a lot of the lock supply places. And if you want, you can use your Nip-X and cut a key. Keep mine in a little vault Pelican case just so she's safe, because I mean not a cheap little camera. But yeah, there is no way to tell what she is. I think it's pretty cool that the landlord can do that. We can open the lock and get in. And then obviously it's just like your regular Kwikset. You can turn, push the button in there, push that little button, pull your key out, rekey it. I don't know, this one does not go in there either. The warding is just a little off on those. It's very fine difference. This one's more square, and this one's got more of an angle there. But it is definitely different. Anyway, thanks for your patience with I'm just recording my second try at actually decoding this thing, so I already knew the cuts. But I just thought I'd share. So it's 51512. That's your key control deadbolt. And your rekeying techniques are the same. But anyway, now I'm being a locksmith and not so much lock sport. I haven't been able to make videos lately, but still keep it legal and have a good day.